just got word. Mark is out having a great time on his snowmobile out in the mountains of Utah, out in the Uintas, just ripping around, having a great time, when all of a sudden he's falling into a vertical mine shaft. He falls like 20, 30 feet, sled hits the bottom, he shatters his form, he's got to get life flighted out of there. The sled is stuck at the bottom of a vertical mine shaft. Search and rescue tried pulling it out a couple of times, sounds like it couldn't get it out, fell back down. So here's our game plan. They call us up. We say, we have this amazing Gladiator, we have the gumption to build an awesome crane off the front of it, and we're gonna rip roar with Dave's Gladiator, his America's Most Wanted 1,000 horsepower Gladiator, into the Uintas. He's gonna park above that vertical mine shaft. I'm gonna put on my climbing harness. Lower me down, Heavy D. Down the shaft I go to the very bottom with the strap. I tie on to the snowmobile. He hoists me back out of there. Everyone crosses their fingers as the Gladiator winch hoists the sled back up to victory, and then we ride it on out of there. Home again, jiggity jig. Anyway, that's the plan as of right now. Now all we gotta do is build the crane. We have the vision. I'm gonna let Iram and the boys do their work. Oh, you wanna see it? Oh, you wanna see it too? Stick around then.
I called you at 12:39. Okay,
that's
so
a whole hour. Why?
Yeah, but you said the tracks. We have the tracks on already.
I know, that was the plan.
I'm not complaining. It's like
it's
like we find out that Hans is an information holder because you know that we are repainting the floor in the hand area. It's like, oh, let me know if you need paint. I have a company that is gonna send me epoxy. It's like, oh, time. We already have all the epoxy here.
Oh, Hans.
Did nobody explain to me? Nobody explained to me that we were painting the floors.
This is the first time that this is the first time that I see you this week.
This is the first time being in the office all week?
I was here yesterday?
No, we were at Bear Lake all day yesterday. We were in a meeting.
We were here till like 1 o'clock.
I didn't see you.
The day before?
I didn't say you wasn't
here all day. I walked in here yesterday and talked to you.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You see what's happening here? Inner office drama. Hands holding the information, holding the product, and not helping Iram. What is the hands against Iram? Why won't he help him? What do you guys think they're arguing about, really? What do you think the real underlying issue is? Tell me what you think the underlying issue is with Iram and Hans right now. You guys, in the comments below. All right, come with me. Let me show you how this magic works. You see, Iram gets the beautiful idea in his brain. Where'd the drawing go? The drawing. Oh. Look, he's trying to hide it. So this is where it goes somewhere. 2D, and then it's going to turn to 3D up here. See these circles right here? It all starts with circles. Circles, this is part of the Jeep. And then you have your flat plate here, right? 3/4 inch, and then it's going to go tubing, comes up at an angle and to a point. It will then have what? A pulley on the top. So that's what's going to be on the top of your point between your two tubes. Your winch line will run through that, which 8 feet at what, a 30-degree angle? What is that? 37. That's pretty close. Pretty close. For the naked eye, not bad. The magic is what you're going to watch right here. They've now conceived an idea, and they're putting it onto SolidWorks, which is on this beautiful monitor that's been provided. You already drew it.
Yeah.
Oh, I already drew it. Yeah. Easy cheesy, lemon squeezy. This is the design you're going for, right? Now it's design it on that, make sure that it works, cut it, weld it, put it on. Are you gonna work all night? You're gonna go home and sleep tonight still, right?
Oh, well, at some point, I guess.
As long as Hans goes home and sleep, then you can sneak out and go home and sleep. I bet you guys can do it in 5 hours. Design it, cut it, weld it, put it on.
5 hours?
Like 5 working hours, like
yeah.
2 tonight, 3 tomorrow, whatever.
Yeah, I asked Shango at what time you need it tomorrow, and he said the earlier the better. So.
All right, I believe this is the bull bar that Iram is talking about. So you're gonna have a mounting point here, your plate's gonna be here, your 2 points are gonna come up like this at a 37-degree angle, 8 feet. 8 feet's right. Oh, geez, right there. 37-degree angle. So probably slightly taller than that. That's where that bar is gonna be. Come to a point, snatch block here, run the winch up, over the snatch block, down into the hole. Hole's gonna be right there. Guess who's gonna be dangling from that rope? Yours truly. So you got an 8-foot bar here, one from the bull bar to the top to add support, winch line up, through, down.
We're gonna recover the ATV.
Snowmobile. What ATV are you talking about?
Well, it was some vehicle somebody was driving out and went down the mine shaft.
Yep, that's the one. We're gonna build a crane off the front of this. 2 tubes to a point, 8 feet long, run the winch line through a snatch block, down into the hole.
That far, that's a lot of torque to put on the front end of this thing. What they usually do to offset all the torquing on this is they run a cable to something to the back. I'm just saying to hold the A-frame up, because the A-frame arm puts so much torque on your front frame.
We're hoping to mount something in the back, but if we could do it off the hitch.
All you do, foot up, across, over, and just a foot down. It just has to rest. It doesn't have to be bolted. It just rests on the thing. That goes up here, or just enough that you can cover your cab and not destroy your cab. And then you run a cable from here to the top of your A-frame. So it's just like one up and then the leg over sitting down, because it's going to want to do this.
Yeah, I will run that by Iram.
You better put that piece on the back. You could bend your front if you don't. When I was trying to winch up a mine cart, I was going over some stuff and it was maxing out my winch. But I didn't have a pulley where the one point. I had to use a wood block and run the cable over, so I had a lot of resistance on that. But believe me, you get a lot of torque.
$10.50.
Is it?
Yeah. You want to show us what we have so far? I feel like that was a big milestone.
This is a Jeep thing. They use stingers for rock crawling or for bumpers. When you think you are the guy with the longer stinger in the parking lot,
This guy shows
that. We still need to build the other cross member for the extra support, and we're gonna test it. We're gonna lift 4 tires that we pull out from the Jeep, so we're guessing about 400 pounds on the, which is about the same weight of the snowmobile that they're gonna be pulling out tomorrow. We're gonna test it. If we think that it's a little weak, we're gonna need to build a tower on the bed and run a cable all the way back. I don't wanna do that because, like you say, it's already 10:15. And I came here at 7:30 this morning, so. But if we have to, we will. You know, it's about to test it. We're gonna finish the welds on the bracket. Jair is cutting another extra gasket for the pipe on the main frame, and after that, run the third pipe, like I say, ready for a test. Maybe in about 30 minutes, I will say.
Midnight, amigos. Looks like a success so far.
I mean, it's for the weight that we were asked for. I think we tested it 450 pounds, I will say. I don't know how much those tires weigh, but I'm just guessing.
Well, I'm the heaviest thing there, so.
I think we had a solid test of around 450 and 500 pounds, and we was told that the snowmobile weighs 400 pounds, somewhere around that. So everything looks good. You don't see any crazy stress on any of the parts, so we can add more weight to it and it will still doing great. So tomorrow's recovery should work good.
Ladies and gentlemen, today you are in for an awesome recovery.
A life or death situation for a snowmobiler who suddenly found himself dangling in a very deep cavern.
He's in his 50s right now. He's at the hospital with a broken arm. He says he's very lucky to be alive.
It took emergency teams about an hour just to get there because it was so far in the backcountry.
They went down a mine shaft. And here in the Uintas of Utah, there's mine shafts everywhere. And not all of them have been sealed up. Crazy story. So he was just riding along, went over a hill, boom. Next thing you know, he's like 20 feet down in the earth. Search and rescue had to come out, life flight him out of here, broke his arm in like a million places, hit us up and said, hey, my sled's still on the mountain, will you guys help us? And the problem is, you can't get a regular tow truck in there because it's deep in the backcountry powder. Couldn't do it with like a UTV or a Razor because we have to build a lift out of this mine shaft. So we came up with the solution literally yesterday. Basically a big tube jib arm that comes off the front of my Jeep, mounts off the front there and then onto the moto-built bull bar. And then we've got my big worn 10,000 pound winch with yankum rope and shackles and everything like that. Comes up here and that's gonna go down the mine shaft, pull the sled up, and then we're gonna drag it out with the Jeep.